With a huge WWE star confirming his departure from the company and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on and don't forget to like the video. Following his tag title victory with Jey Uso at Fastlane, Cody Rhodes addressed potentially being a mediator for AEW stars looking to make the jump to WWE. Full disclosure, Uso and I may have had a libation or two on the bus. That said, I was very excited for Jade Cargill to make this jump and very proud. Jade came from the Nightmare Factory, but I didn't train her. I'm going to tell people in the future when I write my book, maybe I did. QT Marshall set her up and trained her and helped her to get the spot where she took this big leap. I'm just very proud. Now the work begins. There is a mindset here at WWE that did not exist. Maybe it did and I didn't notice it, but didn't exist when I was here the first time, and it is the most team-minded group that I've ever seen as far as the show comes together. This is an individual business. It's tricky, it's political, it's show business. That team mindset, what we have, has proved to be so fruitful. Now I just hope she can rise to the challenge and occasion. I think for sure she'll be able to. It's not going to be my job to be the liaison to my former peers or whomever. I would hope everyone does what's right for them. It's what's right for you. Sticking with Cody Rhodes, he addressed the possibility of taking over the role of Dusty Rhodes as a coach at the WWE Performance Center, saying, "When I came back, and you can ask my manager this, I said I would never step foot in the WWE Performance Center because it's not my dislike of the Performance Center, it's because Dusty Rhodes is everywhere in there." And I said, that's hard, right? And then I ended up in the Performance Center a month later to do medical or something. Okay, so I went back on that. I just want to go. I have a specific announcement that I want to bring. I'm excited to see Shawn Michaels and what he's done. I don't think running the WWE Performance Center is in the cards for me, but here's the thing. I have somehow told you guys a bazillion things and somehow ended up in that exact spot. So I don't know. Dusty taught communication, he taught promos, but he called it communication. No one really filled that spot after he left. I always thought that someone like Mick Foley would learn that spot. As Carlito has been signed to WWE since the summertime, PW Insider revealed this regarding original plans for his return to the company. Carlito officially returned to WWE as a signed talent as the LWO's mystery partner against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley during Fastlane. PWInsider.com first reported last night that Carlito was the plan for the mystery partner after an angle taking out the other LWO members from the six-man tag team bout. There were plans to debut him in July that were later dropped in favor of finding a better storyline entrance for him, which was tonight. Carlito was signed over the summer by the company after the massive reaction he received at the Backlash pay-per-view this past May in Puerto Rico when he appeared as a surprise. After Jade Cargill made her first appearance on WWE programming during Fastlane, Triple H said this about her future in-ring debut for the company, noting at the post-show press conference, "When she's ready to blow the roof off of everything we do, Jade Cargill will debut." That's a thing. I'm more patient for stuff like this. Her ability and her rise has been incredibly quick. This is a different system. This is a different level of everything. What doesn't exist elsewhere exists here. It's a chance for her to learn at a different level and get to a different place. It's just the way it is. One thing I've learned about her in the short time I've known her is that she's ready for it all. She's ready to dig in. She's ready to work her ass off. She's ready to be the best. With a fan pointing out the lack of experience that Jade Cargill has by calling her green as grass online, Cargill responded, writing, "You mean green like money? Now shut up and watch me kill it." Mentioning a possible injury that took place on AEW Collision, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio, "They do a concerto on Darby Allin's arm and Darby's arm also. He had a brace on his arm, so felt like this might be an injury angle for Darby, but that was pretty much it." Brian Alvarez added, "I think Luchasaurus might have broken his finger during this segment, so add that to the list." Addressing the fact that Edge recently departed WWE as he is now with AEW, Triple H said this about it after Fastlane. Time was right for him and time was right for us. I think he had an amazing send-off here. I think he had felt like he had done what he had to do and we left. You're right. I think he said it the other day that there's no animosity here. He's doing what's right for him and his family and I'm happy for him. I'm very, very happy for him. I sent him that in a message. I'm happy for him, I'm proud of him, and happy for him. This has got to be right for you. It's a grind, and if an opportunity is better for them, great, that's wonderful. But the machine doesn't stop for anyone, right? We're just going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to do what we do. Recalling ideas for the name of the promotion that would eventually be called All Elite Wrestling, the Young Bucks revealed on AEW. Well, it was close to being called World's Best Wrestling, so AEW is definitely better than that. Yeah, it was almost World's Best Wrestling, so thank the wrestling gods that AEW is what it is today. Warner Brothers Discovery was called out for putting strange information on the guide listing for AEW Collision. As Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio, this week they didn't go long, so I didn't have to worry about DVR. The point of it is that when I was watching it, you know that little guide? It said David Harwood and Steve Haworth, and it's like someone is messing with them, okay? David Harwood is Dax Harwood, that's no big deal, but Steve Haworth, you know who that is, right? Nigel McGuinness. But that's what it said. David Harwood and Steve Haworth on the cast listing. It's like there is some weird going on here, and I don't know, it's from whoever is at WBD who is sending them the news on the preview of the show. That is so weird. Explaining why so many main roster WWE stars have been appearing on NXT, Ringside News wrote, several WWE sources have indicated to Fightful that the recent appearances of stars like Judgment Day and Becky Lynch on NXT are partially driven by the desire to boost the viewership numbers on Tuesday nights. The main motivation behind this strategic shift is financial, as WWE aims to enhance its television viewership on Tuesdays to potentially secure a more lucrative rights fee deal or package in the future. By demonstrating that minor adjustments can lead to increased ratings, WWE hopes to attract more favorable offers from networks. This development comes ahead of WWE's announcement that SmackDown would be moving to the USA Network. One notable highlight in NXT's recent viewerships was the Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton match for the NXT title on September 12th. WWE was reportedly ecstatic about the numbers this match generated, marking the largest viewership in almost 3 years and the first time they peaked at over 1 million viewers and even longer. Revealing that Mandy Rose was told by WWE to wrestle shortly following the death of her brother, Rose's fiance Tino Sabatelli said on Power Alphas, "Let's note that less than 10 days after your brother's passing, you were a main event star of a big pay-per-view, that WWE kinda put a little bit of pressure on you. Listen, we all have a job at the end of the day and life goes on, and I really admired that you went out, defended your belt, defended your title, won, carried the card. You were the biggest star on the card, and I think that is a symbol of who you are as a woman." Touching on a star that was quietly signed by AEW months ago, Bodyslam.net wrote, "While speaking to multiple sources, it was confirmed to me that Lady Frost actually quietly signed with AEW months ago. While her signing with the company has not been confirmed publicly by either Frost or AEW, her signing had been kept quiet, similar to that of Billy Starks. Details of her signing were not given to me, other than the fact that it appears she signed her deal many months ago." For a potential reason as to why FTR lost the AEW Tag Team titles on Collision to Big Bill and Ricky Starks, Sean Ross at Fightful said, "We're told FTR were in favor of the match going the way that it did, and the hope was that it could help make Collision feel special and different. There were some ears perked up regarding CMFTR being trademarked by Dax Harwood, but several pointed out that FTR could use the name outside of AEW or in New Japan Pro Wrestling. FTR have been on top of their trademark since before leaving WWE. There has been speculation that Cash could be injured after it appeared so in his match last week at Wrestle Dream, and since he didn't take offense tonight, we've not confirmed that as of yet. Dax Harwood also reacted to this loss, writing on X, "Guys, I say top guys out all the time. We ain't going nowhere. This is our home." Asked about potentially heading back to his acting career in Hollywood after the current strike is over, John Cena noted at the press conference after Fastlane, They do. I've made it perfectly clear that you can't do both because of the liability insurance, and if I were to try to juggle both, then that would be selfish because I would put a lot of people out of work if something happened to me. So yes, I stopped the project I was in. I can't even talk about what the project was because of the strike, and we're in the middle of it. So as soon as I can get back to work, I get back to work. I don't control any of that, just crossing my fingers to hope that they can figure that out. In the meantime, I came back to help with my family. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.